Hello. Happy Mimosa Monday.
Cheers. We have a third wheel today.
We do. And we're all trying to fit in here. So we're standing.
We're going to get our steps
fun,
right?
Standing is supposed to make you like smile and be like have better posture naturally, right?
Yeah, I'm feeling better posture already.
Me too, because I'm working on it. So, okay. We are here today with Alicia VanAusdall, my very good friend for years and years. Nicole, of course. I'm Megan. Let's just jump right in. So Alicia has a company called Basil Blue, and Basil Blue has been in existence since
2000.
2000.
Yep.
So I have probably known you since almost 2000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you were my print rep before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was a print rep. Actually, I worked for...
Step back in time.
Yeah, I worked for Steve Jones at Garner Printing, and so Alicia was a client, and it was so fun. I always loved going to your studio. She had the cutest little studio in Grimes. That's where you first started. Yeah. This old brick building, the bank, maybe?
The bank.
Super cute. Alicia started out doing just graphic design, and probably have done that all.
Yeah,
like,
all along. Yeah, that was
your
the college graduate part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so I got to know Alicia just by that relationship, and we became pretty good friends. We went to Okoboji, did some fun
stuff.
You may not know
surf
that
camp.
we went to surf camp together, actually.
Oh, that's when you were my agent the first time.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. So 2010. I can't remember how it all went down. Did you call me or did I call you?
You called me, and then had a huge posse of people, and then they all bailed. Shame on you, friends, because you missed out.
Yeah, that was
really
like
fun.
one of the...
And me and Bubba said yes.
Never forget that vacation. Like, super fun. But it was...
the three of you?
Yeah. It was me and Alicia and Bubba, her husband.
Yeah. We kept hoping Tim would show up.
Tim, right. Tim did not show up. But that was, oh my gosh, the coolest vacation ever. So we talk about doing it again someday. So maybe like
Can I go this time?
Yeah. In 2 more years, and it'd be like the
10th
anniversary of our initial
trip.
Yeah. But the reason we're having Alicia on today as a guest is because she is just so super talented.
Oh, yes.
And I wanted to share with you guys some of the things that she can do. Like, this is just a small sampling of some of the things you can do.
Yeah.
But how do you describe what you do?
It's hard to describe.
That's what I'm glad. I was struggling too.
It's hard. The main idea is that I had done graphic design for so many years, and I decided that I would switch it up and get out from behind my computer as the main tool and go into the wood shop or paint or draw. And I really like the idea of doing the smaller projects that could be something special for somebody. So the main idea behind, if you go to my website, basilblue.com, you can see more of it. But on there it says ideas made. So I didn't want to just do one thing. I wanted to do many things, many different ways. And so a lot of people have an idea, but they don't know how to change it or get it completed. And if they have an old piece of furniture, an heirloom, and they want to be able to put it out now, but they didn't say like their old granny's dresser and want to change it into something else. So that's what I do. I change it, or I make it from scratch to give a special memory or
like super one-of-a-kind pieces.
Yeah, you're not going to find it anywhere else.
No, and I think what you have done for me, I know that, somebody else no one else is going to have that either.
I hope not.
No, you better not. That's your warning. Oh, Monica says, yes, she is so talented. Love her work.
Oh, thanks, Monica.
So we're going to showcase just a few of the things that she has done, and I have pictures of some of the things that Alicia has done in my house. But what are some of your like favorite projects, like your absolute favorite to do? I mean, I'm sure each one has its own kind of special story.
Yeah. Everyone has its own unique story. And Monica chiming in.
What'd you do for Monica?
Bunk beds. We did Giovanni's room, and it was super fun, and I hope he still loves it.
Yeah.
But it was a cool project. Lots of building and carrying back and forth. It was one of the bigger ones, but I love those ones that the kids get to play in or
absolutely. So when she says I can do anything, like she absolutely can do anything. If it's building or like you've built tables, and I know you delivered one to Chicago recently, or
that one went to Chicago. That I did one for my uncle. My husband loves lumber and cutting
Yeah.
down trees and
Imagine that.
stuff like that. So
A
he
guy named
cut
Bubba.
down. Yeah, he cut down a walnut tree, and I had it milled, and then milled it down to size for myself, and have been using the lumber on that ever since. So
Yeah.
lots of projects with that.
How did
tables
you
and
learn that trade? Was that something you grew
trial
up
and
doing?
error. I had,
Okay.
I don't know if anybody remembers this, I might be dating myself a little bit, but I had this little doll called Baby That Away, and you put a battery in her butt and she would crawl across the floor and her leg fell off. And
Oh,
so
shoot.
my dad said, fix it. And I was like, well, I don't know how to fix it. And he said, you fix it. You can go to the garage and use any of the tools that you want. And so I had gotten a bit and brace, and it's like an old fashioned drill, like your grandpa would have had, and drilled that leg back on, and it hung. It was kind of like gimpy.
Did she still crawl?
But she had that leg.
It kind of drug along a little bit.
Yeah, that was the start of it all.
That is
yeah.
so cool.
Yeah, and I have artists in my family, so
Yeah.
my uncles, my dad, the rest of my family is very creative. So
Very
that's where it
neat.
comes from.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. Is there anything that is off limits? Like, have you said no to anything?
I'm stopping the remodeling projects so I can
Okay.
stay in my shop
Okay.
and do those projects. It's not that I didn't love them. It's
Yeah.
just too hard on my body to drag everything across
Yeah,
town and
yeah.
back. And I have more focused time to just do the really creative special heirloom
More
stuff.
art
so.
stuff, less
Yeah.
contractor.
Yeah, and if I had, exactly.
Yeah.
Right. If I had more help or the time
Yeah.
to do that, it would be great. But I really enjoy doing the little
What's
things.
Bubba doing with
So.
his time? I mean, come on.
Yeah, just
Chopping
put him,
trees down.
give him 4 jobs instead of just 2.
Right. Awesome. Well, let's show a couple of the projects. So this is one of my personal. So I have a ton of stuff that over the
Yeah,
years.
Megan's been a really good
Alicia
client.
has done for me.
And she's very trustworthy.
Oh my gosh. Well, because I know you're the expert, and so
Oh, thank you.
I've never seen anything that I didn't like, and so
Thank you.
I really am just like, whatever you want to do. I'm sure I'll love it. So I asked her to make a really tall mirror for our front entrance. And so this, and I'm going to show it here. This is just a picture of the mirror in our front entrance. It's probably 8-ish feet
Almost
tall.
9 foot.
Almost 9 feet
foot.
tall.
Mhm.
And you can tell me what wood it's made out of.
Sorry, taking a drink. Poplar.
Poplar. And we chose the stain because
Yeah.
poplar is a very good, easy wood to stain.
Yes, and it has a really nice finish. It's easy to work with. So.
Yeah. So I remember we went to the woodsmith store together and we picked out a stain.
Yeah, it was
just
called Nutmeg.
Gosh.
Because of Megan, so I was
Right.
like, Nutmeg.
And so I would say she's very good at like making sure the piece fits in your home or like has elements of, things that, I want or whatever. Do you want anything special? Usually I just say no, just do this. But if there's anything else you want, especially incorporated.
So do you always
into
go
it.
to the house?
Yeah,
to
it's
see
good.
their space.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
good to chat through it, get an idea how it's going to fit, and make sure that it's going to,
And this sucker is heavy, like super heavy.
So
it's
pretty.
heavy.
It's not moved. It isn't secured, which it probably should be
It
because
should
I have
be.
a 2-year-old.
Scary.
But it's not.
Yeah.
I have actually scary dreams about that sometimes. Another project. So this, never mind like the things on top of my dresser, but this is our dresser in our master bedroom. This dresser and the mirror above it was my grandmother's aunt, I think. So my great aunt.
Mm-hmm.
And this was like, it's a super heavy piece of furniture. I
Really
think
well
it was
made.
mahogany, but it was like that dark stain, that kind of that reddish brown dark
Burgundy
stain.
kinda, yeah.
And then
Like
with
my
like,
shirt.
yes, with like that
White.
lacquer
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
So like kind of shiny, but like really smooth. And it's such a nice piece of furniture, and it was from my grandma, so I didn't want to get rid of it. But I just didn't really like it, and it didn't go with anything. So Alicia sanded it all down. I had sent you a Pinterest picture of kind of an idea of a finish, but it's how did you do that?
It's kind of like
It's like a
few
pewter.
layers. It's like a steel, like a brushed steel looking
Yeah.
finish. So it was black and a silver
Brush.
and then a wax. I think is what we did on that, like a black wax.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she did both the mirror and the dresser, and then just basically painted the hardware that was already on there.
Black.
But we could have chosen new hardware.
It's kind of neat looking hardware.
Yeah. So now it's a piece that I love, and I feel like goes with our house and can stay for a while.
Some sentiment.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
There's a little end table that went with that too.
There is an
wasn't
end.
there?
Yes, I have that too. Yep.
Okay.
It's just full of crap.
That's not
I don't want to
picture
show your
worthy
piles
of
of
it.
crap.
Right. This is in my living room. So these two shelves above the TV that kind of look like they're in the shape of L's, upside down. But this is one of my favorites because I just wanted something unique, but functional to hang above the TV because there was like such a ton of space up there. So I still
Fire
need help.
trucks.
Huh? Oh yeah.
Wow. Times
Never
have
mind the
changed.
fire
Body
truck
change
in the
button.
corner. Our stupid antenna, because we don't have cable or anything, so we have like
We
an
have one
antenna
of
laying
those.
there, and then a potty book laying right there.
That's
So
important.
all that good stuff. I still feel like I need help with decorating the shelves above.
I
but
never knew what you put there to replace.
yeah, so I got that probably about a year ago.
Okay.
I would say.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I should have just had you make one. But these shelves, I think the same nutmeg stain as the mirror,
To
so
match
it
the
matches
mirror.
like really well. But I love those shelves.
Yeah, and that was an example of that was kind of Megan's brainstorm, but she wasn't quite sure how to get it out onto
Yes.
the wall.
Yeah,
And so we kind of worked together on that one.
yeah,
Yeah.
we did.
Very cool.
What else? I have a couple more pieces to show
Okay.
of my stuff, and then you can.
We
show.
kind of showed you the cool piece that she used to have underneath her TV last week with the wine in here now in the office.
Oh yeah, we did show
yeah,
that.
we did have that.
Yeah.
Cool.
This. So not only it's kind of got a really good glare on there. So this. Not only does Alicia do like construction and wood and all sorts of meat, but like painting. Like this is like a canvas painting with what oil paint? Acrylic. Okay,
Yeah.
acrylic. So this is a picture of Roxy, R.I.P. Roxy, and I remember you said, "Hey, do you mind if I do a project that I'm trying to do things with like one color?" And so you chose blue, obviously, and I was like, yeah, do whatever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not ever
Color
going to say
story.
no to anything that you want to do. So, yeah, this was like a very special picture. You just kind of took it from Facebook, I think, right?
Yeah, yeah. It was
Um,
very low resolution,
yeah.
and I thought, why don't I just paint it like that and see how it comes out. But,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's one
Cute
of our
dog.
favorites.
Oh,
And
she
then my super ultimate favorite is there was a space in our master bathroom that just was lacking something, and I said, hey, can you come up with something to go in this space?
Yeah.
And you said, well, do you care what I do? Do you trust me? And I was like, I trust you 100%. And then you said, do you guys have a special song? Do you have, there's something? And so I told her a Coldplay song that we both really like, which kind of is like our song or whatever. So Alicia got out the lyrics, did this drawing by hand, put it all together. It's actually written on the glass, so it's
awesome.
like this is the actual thing. So I put a piece of white poster board behind it,
So you
kind
could
of.
see it.
So we can see it because I love it.
Yeah.
So that's also one of my favorites. And I know that you've done a couple others for a friend of ours with
Yeah,
Tom
for-
Petty songs.
Yeah, the Tom Petty ones were cool too.
Those
That
were
was fun.
super cool. Three
Yeah.
different, same song, but three different.
Slightly different versions.
Yeah,
And
of
those
the-
were actually done on paper instead of on the
Yeah.
glass. So.
And then you incorporated guitar strings. I
yeah,
think,
he
through it,
had
too.
guitar strings from
Yeah.
Tom Petty.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
they're super fans, and so
Yeah.
he's somehow incorporate the string into it. So it was learning to fly. So he did weave the string through the canvas that it was on, and poked it through, and then it had a little tiny paper airplane. So it's
Yes.
going around the design, which is kind of similar to that,
Yeah.
but with a little extra 3D.
Super
in there,
cool.
which was
How
really
often
fun.
do you start a project and then you're like, okay, I'm not really liking this vision.
Yeah,
now I need to
closer.
start over. Or oops, didn't like
I
that.
do a lot of thinking about it beforehand. So for me to work it out in my head first before I actually start really helps a lot.
Yeah.
So there's not a lot of, I did that a lot when I was younger. Dive in, do a doodle or whatever, and then rip it up, throw it away, and then start over. But now it's kind of like a lot of head time.
I think about us when we write a card. We're like, ew,
Yeah,
like
I don't
our
like my
handwriting.
writing.
Start over.
I do that. I do that. I'm
Actually-
like, I can't even read my handwriting.
That's a really good question, Nicole.
I would be not a good person to be
Because
in this trade.
I've read this 1,000,000 times, and so because I notice things, but I always wondered if you did it on purpose. There's an F that doesn't have like a cross in it.
Nope, not on purpose. That was totally an
So I
accident.
was like, but that makes it unique.
But thanks for editing
Yeah.
and catching that. Yeah. I will be
In
sure
my-
to leave tiny mistakes for everyone to
In my
catch.
former job, I had to look for mistakes, so that's
Yeah.
why I'm always like,
You could get out a marker and just go like this. Boop.
no, not gonna touch
Likes
it.
it.
I'll ruin it. Not gonna touch it. Okay, we have a few other projects to
Yeah.
show, so let's bring over the yeah.
You tell the
If you want to do it.
So
Goodness,
here, I'll hold
got
it
the
up.
lights.
It's your friend, your
Yeah,
good friend
my
Tara.
friend Tara.
Set this
Okay, so this
Here,
is
let me
an
hold it up.
old. Okay, so this is an old tractor seat that Tara's dad had found in like a
I think it's her grandpa's.
yeah
Her
in
grandpa's farm.
Yes,
Yeah.
and she brought it to you and just said, "Do
She's-
something with this."
She said she didn't know what to do with it and wanted to be able to use it.
Mhm.
And so, of course, I mean, it's a seat, so it makes the most sense to make it into a seat. But she said,
Yeah.
do what you want. So what it was just it was all, I don't know if you guys can see that. It was all rusty before, and then it had like this big spring that came off the front of it. It was just a flat spring piece. So the rest of this is all added, and she wanted it red because it was an International Harvester tractor. I had this gear because I love collecting rusty old
Stuff.
junk.
Mhm.
Yeah, and this is a walnut treat I was telling you about, and then this is just plumbing pipe. So I learned how to weld on this project.
Oh my god!
Thanks for the welder, Bella. That was my Christmas present last year. And yeah, just cut and pasted and finally figured out how to get it together and finished it really smooth.
Yeah.
So where does this go for? Like, where does she
I think Tara said she was going to use it at her desk.
Nice.
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
she
Tara
hasn't gotten
has
it yet.
a
but-
really great loft downtown that this will just fit right. I mean, it'll just look amazing
Yeah.
in her place. So
which will be fun.
this
That's
is our dear friend Lily, right?
my old Dane.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was kind of the inspiration for even getting started on doing a lot of this stuff.
And she's on your website.
So
Yeah.
yeah, and she's an awesome dog and passed away last September, so we miss her terribly. But Rip,
Yeah.
Lily, all right.
Yeah.
So she used to come up and sit right in front of me with her face right here because she was really tall, and stare at me. And so I kept thinking, I'm looking at this paper going, I need to do something creative. I want to make something different. And I kept thinking, what should I make? What should I make? And I would look over and she'd be sitting right there.
Oh
And I'm
my
like,
gosh.
what should I paint? What should I paint? She's still sitting right there. And so I'm like, oh, I'll
That's
just
what it
paint
is.
her. So that's
Yeah.
where that painting came from. But
Well,
Yeah.
what I remember about that was your second Great Dane. Your first one, Gus.
yes,
Right?
yep.
Gus used to sit on the couch with his butt on the couch, with his legs on the
She did
floor.
that
Like,
too.
she did
I think
that
that's
too.
a
So I
Dane
think
thing.
that's like
That's
cool.
adorable.
I always thought that was super cool.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah. Super
but tell us about this little gem.
Okay, this is a surprise. So if my
So-
friend Marianne is seeing this now, Marianne,
do
woo,
not
you've
watch.
been published. Yay! So a good friend of mine was super, super generous and gave myself and my husband an Airstream camper to remodel because we love camping and all that good stuff. So anyway, she said, if you want it, you got to go to Maryland to get it. She is from Maryland originally, so we hopped in the truck and zoomed over and picked it up. And I kept thinking the whole time, like, what could I make as a thank you gift or give her something special as a thank you gift that nobody else would have given her or that she would have. And her friend, Maureen, also my friend, secretly brainstormed and she said she loves all things nautical and she loves crabs because she's from Maryland, and we had tried eating blue crabs for the first time, so that's where the inspiration came.
Oh.
So I carved it from basswood and tried out my new brand.
So there's a new brand here.
So if you see something with that on it, that's from me.
That's an original.
Yeah.
And
I
I
think
don't
that's
even
really
feel
cool.
like you can see all the really
Oh my gosh, so
details.
much.
It is so cool.
So I was at your house a couple weeks ago,
All of that.
and I saw this before it was painted, And I'm like, so, I mean, have you ever carved anything before?
Yeah, I'm like, oh yeah.
No.
Just now.
Well, that's what I mean.
I was
like,
working
this
on
was
it.
like your first carving project.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm fascinated, like how you don't lose a leg.
Yeah.
Oh, those are on there tight. Yeah, they're not coming out.
like it's
Those
just,
are carved separate and added on. So
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
yeah,
All of them
I'm not that good.
Oh.
There's real
Oh
professional
my
carvers
gosh,
out there
though.
that
Seriously,
can do
all
that.
the
too.
Carve
detail.
pumpkins. Like I want to know.
I
what
love
your
carving
house is like.
pumpkins.
Yeah.
No, I got
so-
super lazy. My birthday's on Halloween, so
Yes.
happy
Happy
Halloween.
birthday.
So yeah, I grew up
Birthday
carving
to
pumpkins.
you.
So thank you.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
You should have entered the pumpkin carving
Yeah.
contest at Century 21.
Yeah, would
You have to tell me
blown
next
them all
year.
away. We will. One of the last projects in here, anyway, is the desk that we're standing at. So
Yes.
when we first moved up to this office almost 2 years ago,
January. I think
January.
it was 2 years ago.
I called up Alicia and I said, I need a table or desk. I don't want like their normal desk that you sit at because, you know, why would I want anything normal? So she made this tabletop and then called up her friend Booney.
Booney, Super Booney, he lives
Booney.
right in my neighborhood,
Yep.
and he made the metalwork on the base, which
Yep.
is awesome.
So this table is like so super sturdy and heavy, but I love it.
But do you do that now yourself? That you have a welding
Oh,
machine?
I
or
am
you
not
still
going
don't
to
do that?
compare myself to Booney at all. No, I do terrible little spot welds. I'm learning,
Oh, okay.
so ask me next year.
Yeah.
See if I can get better at that. It's not
Okay.
pretty, but I know how to use a grinder, so I can smooth it out.
Oh my gosh. So then your project that you're going to be working on, what's the trailer schedule looking like?
My husband and I have a nonprofit, Replay, so we're building some park equipment. And as soon as that's out of the backyard,
Yeah.
in comes the trailer for the winter. So it's a winter
Yeah.
project.
And
So
what are you
I'm
going to do
excited.
to it?
We're gonna gut it. It's got to be gutted. It's like
Yeah.
an old 1973, and it's kind of a little bit moldy and stinky on the inside. So it needs some air freshener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some
You
love.
can do
So
it.
I'll keep everybody posted. I'll take a
Oh
little
my gosh,
video
yeah,
and put
do
it on
some-
my website.
yeah.
And
Maybe you
Which
should
share.
is what?
I'll shoot
On
it to
your
you guys.
Website?
Basilblue.com. Check it out.
Okay.
Give me a call. You can contact me through there if you need
Maybe
to.
you could start doing some Instagram stories of your progress.
I
with
could.
the trailer.
That sounds
You could.
terrifying, but I could.
Hey, well, you've already
A
done
little
it.
kick in
Like,
the butt. Yeah.
maybe we'll
thank
come
you.
and do it for you. Your first
That would be
video,
awesome.
forced to do it.
Yeah. Thank you.
So how to get in touch with you? Go to the website, go contact. Okay.
Yeah. You
got
can
a
call me.
contact
Do you want my
form?
phone number?
Yeah,
You can
give
do
it
that
out there.
515-343-4697.
Okay.
And right now is a really good time to start if you're thinking of something special for Christmas,
Yeah.
the holidays, Valentine's Day, anything like that coming up. If you have a special anniversary, then shoot me an email, alicia@basilblue.com, and I'll get in touch with you.
Do you have a general timeline for things, or does it just kind of
It
depend
just-
on the project?
Whoever gets there first, and
Yeah.
then we'll talk about timeline. As
But
soon
I
as
would say I
we
feel
know
like
what's
you're
going
pretty
on.
dedicated to a project once you
Oh
start.
yeah, I
Like,
do. I honestly do try to really do one at a time.
Yeah.
So that you have my whole heart in everyone. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm kind of a heartfelt lady. So
Yeah. Make people cry.
I might cry with you. So
And I can also forward on your information. So if you want to just let me know if there's if you want to get in touch with Alicia, I'm happy to do that.
Yay.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
being our guest today.
Thank you. Thank you.
So proud to have you on and be able to show some of your work. So.
Yeah, thank you guys. Cheers.
Last week we asked if you had any suggestions for guests, and whoa, did they come in? So
Yeah.
thank you.
I'm gonna step aside so you guys can
Okay.
do your housekeeping.
Okay,
Thank
okay.
you guys.
Thank you so much. So we have got a lineup basically through the end of the year and some into January. So next
Yay.
Monday on November 5th.
Andrew Bodie
Yep.
with Bodie Home Inspections.
So send us your questions, all things home inspections. Any like, oh my gosh, I heard, I think one of the most common ones, which I can't wait to ask him is, what if my home inspection fails or doesn't pass? There is no pass fail. So I'm excited to ask him about that and how he explains that. But send in your questions about that because I think that'll be a really good one.
Yeah.
November 12th is Ben Fleury from Real Property Management. So if you have income properties, investment properties, if you're thinking about getting into like the rental market or the investment market, he will be able to talk about everything property management related.
Yeah.
So I think
Really
that'll
knowledgeable
be
guy.
awesome.
November 19th, Addie Rasmussen and Rebecca Goldsmith with the
Yes.
Book of Dates we've been bragging about.
Yep.
They'll
So
have
they're
a
gonna
new version.
debut the 2019 calendar on our show, which I'm really excited about. November 26th is Brooke Klosterman. She's an accountant. She is wicked smart. I think it'll be awesome. You can ask your questions about accounting, taxes, financial stuff. Like, she's crazy talented in her world.
She does your finances
Yes,
now,
she does.
correct?
Yes. Yep.
Saving you some money.
Yep. She
And
is a lifesaver.
I always forward her monthly newsletter on to my husband. Hey, I know you'll love this. It's all about budgets. Like,
Okay. Ew, we don't like that
Yeah.
word.
He does.
December 3rd, we have David Brandon, who is a firefighter with City of Des Moines. So fire safety, I think that's good to talk about before the holidays. I'm really excited to have him on because this is like totally like a different vein of information.
Careful
So
on those holiday lights.
right,
Yeah.
I think that'll be cool. Yeah,
December
go ahead.
10th, your favorite people, Meg and Nicole.
Mashup style.
It's been a while since we've done one of those.
December 17th, my birthday.
Yay, and
And it's National Talk in a British Accent Day.
we have to work
Really,
on that.
but we've
I have
been
to work on that.
We have to
planning.
do the whole show that way.
Oh yeah, totally. Rachel Ferguson is gonna be our guest, and she has to talk in a British accent as
Yes,
well as
she will
you.
love it, and she will do great.
Yeah,
She's a designer at CKF.
yeah. And then the 24th is a holiday. The 31st is a holiday. And then we hop into January, which we're getting that lined up now. So we've got 2 dates booked
Crazy.
already for January. So
Yeah.
super excited. But
Yeah.
thank you for watching. As
Yay.
always, send us any questions. If you know of anybody looking to buy or sell, give me a call. And have a great week.
Yay. Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.